What is going on, boys and girls? Welcome along to day number penultimate match. It's not a number, it's a day. It's the bronze final. It's between the All Blacks and Wales. The second to last time I will be joining you all for these streams during the matchup. We have, hopefully, in prospect, a very exciting game to watch. We cross our fingers that will be the case today. Everyone who's joining along, thanks for coming by. And look forward to a exciting matchup in prospect as the two sides are about ready to get underway. As the two teams about to go through the national anthems, of course, we'll see the haka for the last time at the Rugby World Cup, and we will say goodbye to the All Blacks. We will say goodbye to Wales, and we will have just two teams to fight it out tomorrow for the big show of all. Jacob's asking, who's going to be the next All Blacks coach? Well, that is a $1 million question at the moment, isn't it? A massive $1 million question. Will it be Foster? Will it be Dave Rennie? Will Dave Rennie go the Wallabies? Everyone wants Scott Robinson. Tony Brown wants a show. Jamie Joseph is putting up his hand. Who's going to take that black jersey coaching job next time? I have no idea. Who would have a clue? It seems to be like this match particularly may rest on the shoulders of Ian Foster if he's going to be in line next time. But what do you make of this whole Dave Rennie debacle? That's what's quite an interesting one at the moment. He was not even in the frame. He was going to go coach the Wallabies. Now all of a sudden he's in line for the All Blacks gig. So who knows what's going to happen. What's your guess, Jacob? Who do you think is going to be the next coach of the All Blacks? If they lose this, I think Foster is gone. He's out, regardless. So he'll want to win this for his job. End of the day, Scott Robinson? How about Scott Robinson, Tony Brown, and Jamie Joseph? There's my three coaches. That's all you need. Those three guys, especially Tony Brown and Jamie Joseph. Forwards coach, backs coach. They are co-coaches. That would be the ultimate role. This game, however, does say goodbye to a number of faces we do know so well in a black jersey. Kieran Reid, the captain, of course, is one of them. He departs. And you go through the rest of that team. Will we see any more of the likes of Sonny Bill Williams? Will we see any more of Ben Smith? No and no. Those two guys are going to be sorely, sorely missed. What does the future hold for the likes of the Retallicks and the Whitelocks? We're going to see more of those guys, but not at Club Rugby, that's for sure. And at New Zealand, no more Ben Smith, no more Ryan Crotty. It's the other one. Ryan Crotty's gone as well. A whole pile, a whole host, a whole lot of test caps going out the window. Halfway through the national anthems, Alwyn Jones leading his team for, his 140-something cap. An icon of Welsh rugby. Of course, they've had a whole pile of changes to their team as well. Wales going into this one. Two new props, Nicky Smith and Dylan Lewis coming in. Adam Baird gives us a second row of captain Alwyn Jones. James Davis, I should say, comes in to the back row of Tipuric and Moriarty. Thomas Williams and Reece Patchell, the future of Welsh halves rugby, starting together at 9 and 10 here tonight. Owen Watkin will partner the experienced Jonathan Davis. And, of course, Owen Lane, only in the team recently for injury cover, starts on the right wing with Halem Amos at fullback for Wales. Josh Adams staying there on the left wing. And I think 6 players altogether staying from last weekend's semi-final, where they went down in a very narrow defeat to the Springboks, who moved on to the final. Of course, I'll take on England tomorrow night, so make sure you stick around for that one, which will be coming your way right here, as per always. For the All Blacks team, a number of changes in there as well. The opposite to the Welsh front row. A new hooker, the same two props, Moody Coles and Laulala will be the front row. Retallick, Barrett in the middle of the pack. Frizzell, yes, Shannon Frizzell. Where's he been? Where was he last weekend? They could have done with his power in the game against England. Sam Cane will be on the open side. Kieran Reid captaining number 8. Aaron Smith, Richie Mo'unga at the halves. Sonny Bill Williams, Ryan Crotty, the veteran, pairing in midfield. Rieko Ioane. Yes, Rieko Ioane is back on the left wing. Ben Smith on the right. And Bowden Barrett once again pairs for the dual playmaking roles. He's at fullback. We are packing down. For the final haka, there is no flying V by the Welsh, which is kind of disappointing. I thought they might copy the English, but it turns out they're not going to do that. It's Kieran Reid leading. Kieran Reid is leading it. How about that? Thought we'd seen it all. Now we've got Kieran Reid leading the haka. I think for one of the first times I've ever seen. And it's going to be old school. Led by Reid for the final time in All Blacks colours. It's not a grand final. It's not what he wanted. But it is at the Rugby World Cup. The smallest man is at the front. Aaron Smith flanked by Coles. Flanked by Ioane. Changing of the guard once again always happens at the conclusion of a Rugby World Cup. We are only seconds now away from kickoff. Briggy's joining us. Let's hope for a score fest. He says, I agree. I think we're going to see tries. We're going to see running. We're going to see explosive rugby, hopefully. We're going to see the likes of Thomas Williams, I think, for Wales. It's going to be the spark that this team needs to get them going forward. Rhys Patchell's had a really good World Cup, and he's been right up there with Dan Biggar as pretty much just as good in terms of performances. Hope to see more of Josh Adams, Owen Watkin, what these guys can do for Wales. But for the All Blacks, Rieko Ioane, how much does he sit here and go, this is what I could have done for you guys. This is what could have happened. Shannon Frizzell called up. Liam Squire still celebrating that Tasman undefeated season. He wasn't even called up at all. So much could have been different for the All Blacks, but it's not going to be. Ben Smith, hopefully he has a big game. Hopefully we can see a couple of tries from Ben. But overall, hopefully, like you say, Briggy, hopefully an entertaining game, high scoring, lots of tries, lots of excitement, and a good sign-off for these two sides, where we're going to see a real arm wrestle, I feel, tomorrow night with the Springboks versus England. Two sides ready to go. It's going to be, by the looks of Wales kicking off. They'll be going, well, depending what way you look at it, from the right to the left. And the All Blacks receiving left to right. Let's sort ourselves ready to go. Get the right picture in there. Here we go. Have a little piece of that. And then we will get rid of that time. And be ready to get the countdown started. Almost go time. Score predictions. Winner predictions. Who's going to get third? Who's going to get fourth? Who's going to win the game more? Let me know your thoughts in the chat there. Who's going to win this one? A scoreline as well. Let us know. We're ready to go. Sonny Bill lining up. He's probably pretty happy because he's lining up a $9.7 million contract with Toronto. So he'll be pretty happy. He's going to get some more cash. Wayne Barnes, the referee. And we have Jaco Piper and Pascal Gazera on the sidelines. Marius Jonker is the TMO. And we are about to go. Whistle blows and we are underway. Kicked off from Wales. And what sort of entertainment will we see tonight? 48-16 is the first comment we got in the chat. Swan, welcome along. Hopefully we see some entertaining rugby. Hopefully we see some tries. Hopefully we see all the fun. Or will we see an arm wrestle of box kicks as Aaron Smith gets the first one underway with a high one up towards halfway, and at the back is Halem Amos, who grabs it in and tries to run it straight back, and into Ben Smith he goes. How much will Barnes let this game flow? As Wales go to the right-hand side through Alwyn Jones, the All Blacks try counter-ruck. No way through there. Patchell goes short and a big hit there on Moriarty. Backwards he flies. Oh, that's a great ball from Patchell. Finds only room for Adams. Josh Adams almost going all the way home. Into the 22 of the All Blacks. Josh Adams is the spark in the side, but he's lost the ball. not releasing in the tackle, and that is the first spark for the All Blacks on defence. Sam Cane turning it on at the breakdown. Richie Mo'unga kicks long. Xavier says New Zealand will crush Wales, mark my words. New Zealand had one bad game. Did New Zealand have one bad game, or did England have one extraordinary game? It's an excellent break there from Josh Adams. He's a danger as Retallick takes down the line-outs. And the All Blacks, Sonny Bill Williams and Ryan Crotty, storm straight through. And how much will they be paying to survive this late in the World Cup without getting injured? Reid goes wide for Zell, giving options to Mo'unga. The All Blacks are running and attacking as Bona Barrett slides his way towards the 22. Aaron Smith cuts out and goes through Retallick to Moody. Smith waits again. Just outside of 22. Sonny Bill at first receiver. Short ball to Barrett. And that's Scott who trundles into 3 or 4 defenders. Better start tonight from the All Blacks. They've had a bit of possession, probably more possession already in this game than they had in the whole semi-final. But Wales have held up the runner here. And a maul is called. Will we see the ball? It's a penalty. Straight penalty to New Zealand. And there's an All Blacks chance going around the crowd. Didn't think I'd hear this one. Trading in their finals ticket for the bronze playoff. Swan wishes that this game had been the final. Wales and New Zealand have been the best teams this year. Wales have certainly been up there. They've certainly been a very good side this season. But have they been the best? The Springboks, they're there on merit. England had the answers, had the recipe to get the job done against the All Blacks. Bona Barrett slipped through there. And the replays of that break, it was well held up. Oh, there's a player stuck on the wrong side. That's what the penalty's for. 0-0 after just over 3 minutes. And the man penalised there was Nicky Smith. And the All Blacks are lining up 3 points. This is interesting. They are playing like this is a semi-final, aren't they? So Richie Mo'unga will have his first shot at goal. So let's line that up. Penalty. First shot at goal. Richie Mo'unga. It's just outside the 22. Midway on the right-hand side. Mo'unga slaps in. It curls off the uprights. It is astray and it's slapped back from Wales. That is astray from Mo'unga. And Wales survive an early 3-point scare. 4 minutes in. And this has been an exciting start to the game so far. Wales with a little bit of possession. They've been starved apart from that early off the kickoff chance. Waiting in the back is Williams. He's a bit upset. He's been touched there as Tibrick gets the ball slipped on from Williams. And he goes slightly sideways. Now Williams goes deep. Reese Patchell drops it on the boots and slugs it straight down the sideline. Ben Smith takes it beautifully on the touchline. Here's Bona Barrett, sizing up the options, looking, weaving, driving, gets over halfway and runs straight to Ken Owens. And the All Blacks reset. Mo'unga dummies, Mo'unga offloads, Kieran Reid to Retallick and Brody Retallick striving through. Great ball to Moody and Joe Moody, 5 minutes out, first try. Joe Moody scores and 1 for number 1. Moody's in. The All Blacks are up 5-0. Tries. We wanted to see tries, and we've seen our first try already. This is a good start so far. Moody gets the try. This is what a little bit of possession can do. Great short plays. Passes, keeping it alive from the All Blacks. Reid, Retallick. Retallick just skinned Patchell as well. He could have gone all alone. And Moody was never going to be stopped that close to the line. Showed a good turn of pace. Got away from Dylan Lewis. And then covering across there was Halem Amos, who could not drag the big loose head prop down. Good start this. Points on the board. That's what they would have wanted to see. Mo'unga will take the first conversion. Falcon, you're going to have to wait an hour, I guess, aren't you, to watch it on free TV? But that's all right. At least they're showing it. To be fair to Spark, at least they're showing it. The score, you can see. 5 points to 0. And here is the conversion. Mo'unga, similar place to the penalty at the upright that time. He corrects it nicely. And it squirrels its way into the uprights and over. And 7 points to 0 is the scoreline. And it was the back of the hand offload. Sonny Bill would have been proud of that, finding it to Joe Moody, who carries over poor little Halem Amos over the line. And the first try of the bronze final goes the way of New Zealand. Xavier's getting excited. Told you. Here we go, he says. First try All Blacks. And here's Aaron Smith. A little soft box kick. Looking for Ben Smith, who flies over the top of 2 defenders. Somehow, the ball is there for a Welshman. Here's Patchell, runs straight into Reed. And the Welsh charge up again through Moriarty this time. Here's Ken Owens. Running into the big man, the blind side. Shannon Frizzell is Ryan Crotty doing work as Moriarty has another run in. And this time it's knocked on from Patchell. And back will go Reed. Oh, and Rico Ioane finds a little bit of space down the left wing. But I haven't seen much from Rico, really, all tournament long. As Crotty tries to bust his way through, and that's been knocked on again. It's all a bit broken, all a bit unstructured there from the All Blacks and the Welsh. As both sides try and lift the game. 7-0 the score, 8 minutes in. And the first, oh, that was a shocker from Patchell. Drops it straight onto his knee. And then was Ryan Crotty looking for the offload to Joe Moody. Both of them forward pass, followed to a knock on. So it'll be a Welsh scrum. We have got a stopped clock here, so we'll join in the fun. 8 minutes in exactly. And Wales will have the scrum feed. It's just short of halfway by a couple of metres. And right pretty much in the centre field, the Welsh playing the All Blacks game. These two sides want to score tries, they want to score points. And they want to get something on the board. The Welsh will not want to be washed away here. Thomas Williams and his Welsh pack. We wanting to raise the game here. These guys are playing for a future here. Wales have been pretty impressive in the World Cup. Can they show it here against the All Blacks? That's the question. Wayne Barnes gets in the way of Williams. How many scrum resets will we have? That's the big question. We normally waste about 3 hours on them. Now we get it underway. It really goes sideways. Thomas Williams, here we go. The man we thought would want to run. He runs nicely, creates room on the short side, and just about gets away. Halem Amos up to the 22. Williams goes short to Perick. Big charging run gets poleaxed by Sam Cane into the midfield. It's Alwyn Jones who's picked up and dumped. Williams again, firing it out to no one in particular. And Jonathan Davis has to run back for it. He gets it on the pass, and here's a little chance down the left-hand side. Josh Adams puts in a little grubber, but Bowden Barrett cleans it up. And the All Blacks stack down just 1 metre out from their own line. The ball sits there at the back for Aaron Smith. Is Joe Moody going to charge this up? 1 metre short. Nick Bolalala waits. He claps the hands, and Aaron Smith obliges with a flat ball straight to him. Now, Aaron Smith will look to box. Up it goes! And that's a better one from Aaron Smith. Finds touch just outside the 22. And there was a good little interplay there from the Welsh off the scrum. I like that. Thomas Williams, he's a spark, he's electric. He played the numbers game with Richie Mo'unga and put a good tackle there on Halem Amos up in the line. And it was almost enough. Where we got support, we've got the main partnership themselves. We'll get to that in a second. But here is Wales running through Davis into midfield. Patchell. The numbers are out wide. They should have kept that live there, Wales. It was a 3-on-2 overlap. on the far side as they keep it alive on the 22. This time it's a big missed pass and the ball scratched free. It's kicked ahead from Rico Ioane going back there. Trying to save it is Lane. He's done a decent enough job there as well. And the Welsh lose a good 30 metres there as goes back to Elwyn Jones, charging up another hit up from the captain. Now Thomas Williams slows it down yet again as he has 3 players parking for his box kick. Gets it up high. Here comes Barrett ranging through. No one really wanted that. It's been knocked on by the Welsh and then knocked on by the All Blacks. Straight after that will be another scrum feed. But we have another good comment, misused pronunciation, coming in the chat again. Back, Mel of 5 from Scotland, joining the stream yet again. Gotta love these guys. Coming in from Vietnam. Vietnam, a brilliant place. Holidaying it up. Supporting the All Blacks. Now in fight. They're leading. They're doing the job so far. 7-0 is the score. And as always, hope you guys enjoy the stream. So the All Blacks do have the scrum feed as we are 11 minutes in. Aaron Smith to feed. Right on the 10-metre line. About 15 in from left-hand touch. What can they cook up here from a set piece? The first scrum was a bit of a mess. This one, decent enough. It starts to crab sideways. Reed's trying to control it. Great ball between the legs. Aaron Smith splits him in half. He's got support of Rico on his left. Puts a little grubber kick behind. But Lane is equal to that again. Rico wraps him up and drags him forward. Finally, he's pushed off the ball. But Wales now deep in their own 22. And the big boys all struggling to get back there. 1, 2 and 3. The last 2 arrive. Ken Owens and his front row buddies of Smith and Lewis doing the hard yards. And a lot of players backtracking slowly as Thomas Williams box kicks away, 10 from his own line. And straight into touch it goes. 15-metre gain there. It's on to the 22 for Wales. Look at this ball from Kieran Reid. Didn't see that coming. Sonny Bill was lining up around on the outside. It's a bit of a disjointed line out. Scott Barrett just taps it down and Sonny Bill takes the tackle on. And a good, very good shove in the ruck there from James Davis. Can't get enough as Bowden and Scott combine and rolling over the top there is Nicky Smith. Here is Dane Coles hitting up and getting up for another go. Aaron Smith, quick ball. He takes a snipe, swings it back into Bowden Barrett, and we got try number 2 incoming. Barrett scores, and the All Blacks double the try score count. A little inside ball from Aaron Smith. Running the cut back the other way was Bowden Barrett. Try time number 2, and the All Blacks cruise control at the moment. After 13 minutes, they're up 12 points to 0. Get those up. Where was this? Where was this last weekend? We needed that. So let's see what Mo'unga can do for conversions. But this was all Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith with ball in hand. He's one of the best in the world. But that's it. That is really the trick. Don't give the All Blacks ball in hand. Wales have box kicked a lot. The All Blacks competing. The All Blacks are fighting back there. Counter-attacking well. And pressure's off. Look how well they're playing. Mo'unga converts a successful conversion. And he's 2 out of 2 from the tee. The All Blacks now up to 14 points to 0. Wales yet to fire a shot for the scoreboard. Bowden Barrett skidding the attempt there of Dylan Lewis, who had no chance at all. And that was too easy for a man of his electric pace. He just cruises through. No one at the back. And the second try for the All Blacks. 14 minutes down. And Ryan Crotty runs straight into Justin Tipperick. And now Aaron Smith once again sets it up. Drags it back on his 22. Box kicks it high. And Ben Smith, such a worker. Really could have done with him last weekend, but it's fallen nicely for Wales as Patchell tries to run the short side. Gets a little bit of support there from Josh Adams. And the dangerous left winger goes to ground in the 10-metre line. And the All Blacks side of halfway. Ken Owens with a charge. One out plays from the Welsh. Petchel. Oh, Petchel shaped to give the Tipuric, but went straight. And a penalty go to Wales. Scott Barrett did not release the tackler. An opportunity now for Wales to get themselves into an attacking opportunity. And they're going, well, credit to them, they're going straight for the corner. This is what we like to see from the Welsh. Petchel hacks it into the corner. That is a cracker as well. Well, we weren't playing Wales B last week. Oh, Briggy, you're right. I mean, I would like to have... Well, I mean, we've seen Wales in England this year already. In the Six Nations, but this is a different coat of paint, isn't it, to what we've seen in the Six Nations. He reckons, Briggy, that England are going to crush his boys from South Africa. What do I think? I think Springboks. I want to see Springboks by 3. But that's probably heart over head. I think the English are going to be very, very, very hard to beat. But it depends if they can do it twice. It's Josh Adams has twisted away one off that scrum and almost got Wales in. Thomas Williams down, football over the line. Wales look over. They're held up. Could have been a try. Charging straight through. The All Blacks are offside, so it'll be a Welsh penalty regardless. And a little bit of excitement for the Welsh. The line out went straight through, and it went up. Adam Baird grabbed it in, and like we spoke about at the start of this game and in the preview, Thomas Williams is a really dangerous player. But Josh Adams is even more dangerous. Those two combining down that left side are electric. Brayton backs the box. I'm back in the box. I want to see the box win. World Cup number 3, give it to them. 2007 replay. I'm going for the box. Ken Owens throws in. Adam Baird. It's an instant replay of the last set piece. Owens goes to the back. Now look at Josh Adams. He's standing right to the left of Thomas Williams. It's a ball. It looks like someone's got a hand on it in there in a black jersey, but it's fallen down. And Williams has it. He's waiting. Now he plays it. One out to the right, and it's easy there for Dylan Lewis. Now, look out for Williams. They keep it in the forwards. As they go to the right-hand side. Another run from Lewis. The big boys doing some hard work. Here's Nicky Smith with another pick and go. Not giving it to the backs. 5 phases quickly in. Pick and go Moriarty. Almost. Dives over the defence. 6-7 metres out. Williams digs away for it. Gives to his captain, who's met with heavy resistance. They stay sideways to the Welsh. Williams would love to use his backs. I can see it in his eyes. He wants to go wide. Now it's another ball for Davis. Now he wants to use the backs. Oh, he lit up. His eyes lit up, but he changes his mind. It's slow ball. He gives it back to Owens that time with Tipuric on his shoulder. Here's Moriarty. Quick ball. And Kieran Reid is quickly over him. Now Williams. Now he's going to use the back line. Petchel thinking, driving, tries to get through. But a 2-man tackle drags him down. 5 out. Rieko Ioane was over that ball. And like a salmon, he flew over the top of it. Oh! Thomas Williams has been destroyed. Huge tackle there. Now, they don't have a scrum half. So they go back to the forwards. And it's again Dylan Lewis who's, big tackle again. It's been knocked backwards or knocked on. Here's a big chance at left hand side. Halem Amos is in. Well, it was all a bit messy. The pass was knocked on by the All Blacks and fell fortuitously to the Welsh, and they spread it wide. And Halem Amos grabs the try for Wales. They're in. And we finally have some points on the other side. Points on the board. And the Welsh are in. There's a nice little play here from Petchel. He stepped inside. He got taken in a good tackle from Scott Barrett. Rieko Ioane almost turned it over. But here, the pass from Davis got knocked forward from the All Blacks and it fell beautifully into the arms of Thomas Williams, who fired it wide Amos support on his outside. Richie Mo'unga had to stay on the outside man. Amos knew that, and he had just enough to get away from Ben Smith, creating the overlap. And that is the try that Wales were wanting for. Lewis is getting in his support for his Welsh boys. As Patchell puts the conversion over. And that is good, 14-7. Briggy, Amos is the fullback. He's playing fullback for the Welsh tonight. I guess he's a guy accomplished of playing on the wing or a fullback. He is pretty versatile with Halem Amos. Patchell's 1 from 1. And he'll be happy with that start. His kicking boots are on. And he's a guy that can certainly keep the scoreboard ticking over. Back underway we go. Down to Jonathan Davis, who drops it on the boot and cracks it back up to halfway. It's taken by Mo'unga, who looks to go quickly, but decides he will sit it back instead. The All Blacks will take this ball. They're 40 metres out from the Welsh line, and it's gone quickly, very quickly from Coles. It's kicked off the back as, Richie Mo'unga beats away 2 or 3 defenders and drives forward 10 more. Aaron Smith goes to Ben Smith. It's a Smith and Smith connection again. Haven't seen it for a few matches now. Kane, Sonny Bill Williams. Gets going forward. Aaron Smith having a little run before finding Laulala, who offloads somehow to Retallick. And he's driven down. Wales throwing a lot of men into that tackle of Retallick. Ben Smith creating room out wide for Rieko Ioane, who slips in the tackle of Lane. He's got his work cut out for him out there, the two of them. Deep line. As Ben Smith again charges at the defence. He's held up from Ellerman Jones. Wayne Barnes does not call maul. So Aaron Smith has another go and he puts a bit of a basketball pass out to Ryan Crotty. Now they look to the open. Ben Smith cuts it back to Frizzell. Strong run there. Barnes is in the way as Rieko comes flying in from nowhere. And the All Blacks are into the 22 as goes a short one to Retallick. Strong run, but the ball squirts free. And Moriarty gets it for Wales and fires it out wide. And here is Thomas Williams. Loves to run, loves to step, and he does that too. Almost gets outside his 22. Now you'll fire it back to Patchell. Almost scones one of his teammates in the face. No one back here for the All Blacks. That's a great kick. And Patchell drills it another 60 metres upfield. And that one goes into the All Blacks territory. Golf Pro, we are watching live. 22 minutes, 40-odd seconds in. And the All Blacks has a long way to go now to get back. Another broken line out. That's a forward pass from Aaron Smith as well, but somehow Shannon Frizzell gets away with it. No call from Wayne Barnes. It goes back to Mo'unga, who goes very high and wide. No one really gaining any territory, but what a take there from Josh Adams. What a take high. Wales get it just inside the All Blacks half. Patchell goes deep. Now they fire wide. Williams keeping alive here is Lewis with a strong run. The tight end prop doing a good job so far. Lane cuts back in field and gets taken by Coles as Barrett is just driven straight over the top of the maul. A penalty advantage now with the Welsh if they want to use it. Fired wide. Big pass from Patchell. Finds it out to Halem Amos. Finds Josh Adams again. Down in the 22. 1-on-1 with Barrett. Great tackle from Bowden Barrett. And Josh Adams is looking dangerous as ever. Ball's out. But no advantage from the earlier penalty against Scott Barrett. And this is an electric match so far between these two sides. Wales certainly have the attacking depth, the attacking width, the attacking outlets to get this job done. (14-7). It's been an entertaining game so far. Thomas Williams has been electric. Halem Amos, Josh Adams, those guys have been brilliant for the Welsh already. The All Blacks haven't seen much on their side in the last 5 minutes or so, have they? As we've got a bit of a stoppage, so we'll pause the time. I don't know what Wayne Barnes is looking at here. We've got to change. Liam Coleman's coming on. The caveman. Don't know why. Dane Coles is off already. Oh, he's got a bit of a niggle. He's hobbling. He's limping off. So, Dane Coles looks like he's gone for an early off-season. Another injury for the All Black hooker. As Reece Patchell goes to the corner from the penalty. They don't want 3. They want them in 7s. Ken Oz has it. He's about 10 out from the All Blacks line. Great chance here to tie it back up. Already 3 tries inside the opening 24 minutes. So the line out goes to the middle. Here's a little set play. It's a brilliant one as well. Finding a lot of room there for Owen Watkin. Doubling round off the back. Here's Thomas Williams again. And another drive from him. Electric player. They wait. Now the forwards. Moriarty. 5 metres out now, Wales. Williams has to fight for the ball. Another penalty to Wales. Williams wants to tap. But he waits. What do they decide here? Alwyn Jones. Does he want 3? It's an easy 3. It's probably not a bad 3. And they're going for the 3. So Reece Patchell's going to line up his first penalty shot at goal. It's a great little set play off the line out. Get it ready for the penalty shot. It was a nice little move off the line out. Went to the back, it went to a maul, and then doubled round. Found Watkin on a big pile of space around the fringe. But not enough for him to put points on the board. It's still 14-7. And Reece Patchell. Right in front. No problems there. Just about I could have kicked that one over. It's 14 points to 10. First penalty goal of the night. And it finds the Welsh back within now 4 points of the All Blacks. We are 26 minutes in. We are 14 points to 10. And we are over halfway through the first half of this match. Still a packed house. How amazing is that? It's a bronze final. No one really cares. But it's still... Oh, Ben Smith's dropped a sitter off the kickoff. Beautiful kickoff. Wales misread it. Went over the top of Alwyn Jones and straight through the breadbasket of a normally reliable Ben Smith. Still wearing the Highlanders mouthguard as well. So Welsh scrum it'll be just outside their 22. Ben Smith won't be too happy with that. What a legend he's been. What an icon for the All Blacks. Last time we'll be seeing him. Quite amazing stats at the moment. Possession, just coming up. Pretty much 60-40. Both on possession and territory to the Welsh. Which, given the last 7 to 10 minutes or so, Wales have been certainly all over this. It's a free kick to the Welsh, and Williams taps, and Patchell goes to Watkin. Watkin tries to step inside Mo'unga, but he's taken down, and an assist from Kane. Waiting for it is Williams. He has to dig through the face of Kieran Reid. And it sits up. Dylan Lewis, another hit up from the prop. He has been in hard work tonight. Davis waits for it at the back, and Thomas Williams will box kick yet again. It goes high, and there's a big chase from Lane, and Lane is skinned from Bowden Barrett. Gets away from the chaser Davis, and his offload is a bit average. Retallick has to go back for it. The All Blacks inside the Welsh half. Oh, terrible pass. Did he hold on to that? Richie Mo'unga, the pass from Barrett was rather average. It dribbled along the ground. And Wayne Barnes has called that a knock on. The combination of Barrett and Mo'unga not working on that occasion. Barrett took that ball well, and he left Owen Lane for dust. But a great chase here from James Davis. Took him down beautifully. Now here's the ball from Barrett. Oh, it was a shocker straight away. Oh, well, Mo'unga's actually caught that. Watch the replay there. He actually bobbled it and caught it. That was fantastic. But Wayne Barnes saw something else as we have another stoppage in play here. 28.5 minutes gone. I mean, this is a great take from Mo'unga. Fingertips. Oh! Seeing 100 replays of that ball from Mo'unga. And he hung on. Fair play to him. He hung on well. But it will be a Welsh scrum, regardless. Wayne Barnes not one to change his decisions. So she is a scrum to back down to the Welsh. Thomas Williams, the main man, controlling the show. He will feed. The scrum is all over the place before it's even gone in, and that is a straight penalty to Wales. Going against Nibola Lala. Or is that against Joe Moody? The two props both getting a talking to there by Barnes. And Reece Patchell's going to look for the safety of touch. We'll get the time back underway. We're just over 29 minutes. Reece Patchell goes for touch. I guess the Welsh in a good attacking area. The scrum was never steady there. It was never steady at all. Adam Baird pulls up what the hell ref went on there. Ken Owens in the 22. Wales looking for another try. The lineout's a shambles. Who's knocked that on? I'm not sure. It's anyone's ball. The All Blacks got about 3 players over there, and it's going to go back to the All Blacks to get a scrum feed from a cut up Ross Moriarty. This lineout was a shambles. Moriarty couldn't quite grab it and went through his fingers. Then it went back to a knock-on from Thomas Williams. And then there was a tussle on the breakdown. So the knock-on was spot nicely there from Wayne Barnes. 10 minutes to the half-time break. It has been a frantic game that has been controlled largely by the Welsh. But the All Blacks, 2 tries from only really a handful of chances in the first half. As the two sides try and get something more out of this game before the break. It's an All Black scrum. And again, it's crabbing sideways, and it's a straight penalty this time for the All Blacks. Decipher what you want from that as you will, because no one really knows what goes on in that front row. So it is full penalty, and they'll kick away here. Kieran Reid's still yapping. Last game, but he is still having a say. As Richie Mo'unga kicks for touch. It was a bit of it was a shambles of a scrum. Went up in the middle. Wayne Barnes, take your pick there. Both teams went up. Here's Coltman. First time I've really seen him in action in a big match. Oh, a switch from Sam Cane. Finds Coltman. He's still got Ioane with him. Oh, Coltman! What a play from Liam Coltman, but the offload to Rico Ioane is too hot for Rico to handle, and the Welsh counter-attack back the other way. Jonathan Davis can't hold on, and it is instead Josh Adams who does. He tries to slip his way past Brodie Retallick. He can't do that. And Wales regather the ball at the breakdown just outside their own 22. Well, the All Blacks have counter-attacked here. Retallick's turned it over. They've got the ball back, and Frizzell charges in off the pass from Reid. In the 22, 15 metres out. Ben Smith steps inside. Then customary red stab from Ben Smith. The try is there from the veteran. Ben Smith scores. That is old school Ben Smith. That is classic Ben Smith. That step of the left foot, that shimmy back inside that he does so well, has once again proved the tonic for the All Blacks. And you know what? The big difference here is that the All Blacks are putting players into the breakdown. They're attacking the ruck. They got a ruck turnover just by putting players into the breakdown. Here's the step. Welsh one. Cut back inside. Slips through 3-4 defenders and plants that down right next to the sticks. That is vintage Ben Smith right there. And you just don't see plays like that anymore. He is a special talent. So, the All Blacks, well, goodness me, Richie Mo'unga has almost slipped that wide. It is the third try. Ben Smith scores try number 3. And we get a little bit here. Richie Mo'unga, 3 out of 3 from the tee. And let's get that scoreboard updated now. 21 points to 10 is the score. Oh, poor old Ben Smith. You gotta love him. He has been an absolute legend of New Zealand rugby. Otago rugby, Highlanders rugby, it all. What a take off the kickoff there from Scott Barrett. Flying high like a fish out of the sea. Arms and legs all over the place, and he somehow claims the kickoff. Ridiculous stuff there from Scott Barrett. Sonny Bill plays scrum half. There's another 0 on the contract. A bit of tussle going on between the number 9s, of course there is. As Retallick plays scrum half, and finds Sonny Bill. Inside their own 22, the All Blacks, they're playing a little bit of that exciting rugby. As Aaron Smith will calm things down. Instead he goes to Laulala, who charges straight into his opposite number 3, Dylan Smith, again with more hard work in the breakdown. You're 100% right, Briggy. There's a little box kick over there from Aaron Smith. Goes straight into the hands of Moriarty, and just on the 10-metre line, the All Blacks get a penalty. Well, give a little bit of credit here to, I think, Coltman. There's a bit of niggle going on here as Ben Smith's back to his best. There's a tap from the All Blacks. This is vintage. This is the All Blacks that we know and we expect the best from. Where's this gone missing in the Rugby World Cup? New advantage for the All Blacks as they fight their way over the halfway line. Moriarty did get sconed in the face just before in that last penalty, so we may see more of that later on. As Wayne Barnes says, no advantage holding on the tackle. Goodness me. Take a breath. Moriarty's not happy about getting a scone in the noggin. Bender is a servant, elusive as always, says Briggy. 100% he has been a great player. He's still got more years in him and should have been in the starting lineup for the World Cup. That kick from Mo'unga. What a take from Josh Adams. 5 metres from the line. He takes it high. Brilliantly at his fingertips. And then cracks it downfield. Josh Adams is a star, a future superstar, a now superstar of Welsh rugby. This kid is going to be something special in the future. 2023, look out for Josh Adams. He's in his prime here, but he's got plenty more years in front of him. Ernest asks, what is with Wales and this complete inability to play the All Blacks? I don't know. Have some teams just not got over that factor of what the All Blacks are, of the aurora around the side? I don't know. Most teams have got over that in the last couple of years, but maybe the Welsh still haven't developed that far yet. This is probably their best team in recent history as Aaron Smith box kick again, and Ben Smith comes flying in from nowhere, somehow slaps him out, back to the All Blacks. He was out of play, and he got the ball straight back. Now the All Blacks get the ball back, and Richie Mo'unga decides to have a bit of a scamper, finds his captain Reid, who bulldozes over the 10-metre line, and the All Blacks have a bit of a tussle at the breakdown. Wales get the penalty. Give a bit of credit there. That one is going to Davis. James Davis, brilliant work at the breakdown. Could not be moved. And we're seeing some really good young number 7s in World Rugby. Of course, we saw Jamie Ritchie for the Scots earlier in the tournament have an absolute belter of a game against Japan. And now we're seeing a guy like James Davis really start to lift his hand. Of course, Davis, you've got to have 16 in the Welsh squad for it to be compatible for a tournament. So, of course, there's got to be a few more of them in the bank. So Wales back with another chance. 2.5 minutes to go till half time as Tipuric is just throwing the ball off the back of the line out to no one. Rex Patchell comes across and makes a good run out of it, but Frizzell puts in a good tackle. And Wales have to reset. They go away. Moriarty, strong carrier of the ball. Ross Moriarty is a real standout, I think, for Welsh rugby as well. Real players in this team are going to lead this team well in the future, I do feel. Here is one who's done it for the last decade, and Alwyn Jones, who gets about 35 out. Short pass to who else? But Ross Moriarty again. Adams goes to Williams. Oh, and he's squished. He's monstered. He's gobbled by the All Black defence. As they take a bit of time here, Ken Owens tries his best to be a number 9, but it just doesn't look quite right as he goes to his forwards and Adam Beard has a hit up. Williams to Patchell. The All Blacks coming up quickly and another big tackle there. A charging hit from Scott Barrett drives him back another couple of metres. Williams to Tipperick, who shapes inside but takes the tackle himself. Williams back his own 10-metre line now as the Welsh have lost a good 10 metres or so from these last few phases. Williams again. This is the 10th phase. Ken Owens takes it. And he gets just over the 10-metre line again. And Aaron Smith thinks he can see the ball, but it doesn't come their side. Patchell goes out to Adams, who's on the wrong wing, and gets it back to Amos, who's up in the line. You just never know where he's going to come. It's Halem Amos. There's a bobbled ball for Dylan Lewis. He is a real bumper of a player. Patchell shows his way through, goes half through the tackle of Kieran Reid and a penalty to the All Blacks. And closing off the ball in the tackle there was Ken Owens. Gets a penalty up for the All Blacks, absorbing a lot of pressure. And driving the Welsh backwards. They went forward 10, they went back 10, and struggled to really get their momentum going as Josh Adams again almost saves their ball from going in touch, but the All Blacks kick is successful as it goes over the 22 by just a whisker. 21-10, still the score. That is the time as well. We're pretty much in the final play of the first half. 3 converted tries, takes on 1 try and a penalty goal. Here's Liam Coleman off the back of that line out as Frizzell sits it up just on the 22. They go wide for Ben Smith, running to the corner. Oh, Ben Smith! He is a glorious player. And really what the All Blacks have missed this World Cup. Ben Smith grabs a double. And that was brilliant rugby from the Highlanders veteran. A big fan as well. You've got to love that. Big fan in the face. The handoff Corey Jane would be proud of. Get out of here, Thomas Williams. Big splat. This was beautiful. Thomas Williams put in a good effort, but watch this. Oh, that is a glorious handoff. The best you will see in World Rugby. If you don't watch this game, just watch this. A couple of frames of Thomas Williams getting absolutely plastered in the face. And Ben Smith plants it down, his second try. This is brilliant from Ben Smith. He's putting on a clinic. And like I said at the start, this is where these players are going to say, this is what you've missed. This is what I could have done. Did you make the right decision? Was Sevu Reece the right man? Was George Bridge the right man against that English game plan? We'll never know. Experience tells the full tale. This experience we're not seeing till the very end. It's a great try, and we'll just see if this conversion goes over from Richie Mo'unga. Starts it off to the right. Oh, it curls in beautifully. What a kick from Mo'unga. Add another 7. It is 28 points to 10. The All Blacks are cruising their way home here at the moment for 3rd place. Oh, what could have been if they played like this against England, if they got a little ball, things could have been very, very different in that semi-final. The All Blacks lead commandingly, 28 points to 10 over Wales, who have just 1 try and a penalty goal to call their own from that first half. The Crushers are back, says Xavier in the chat. Yep, he's not half wrong there. It is halftime, and it is the All Blacks in control of this one. 28 points to 10, 4 tries. If we were talking bonus points, there'll be another one on the board. Wales just the 1. Tries to Moody, Bowden Barrett, and 2 to the amazing, the unforgettable, the brilliant Ben Smith. Of course, Richie Mo'unga was fairly on fire with his conversions, 4 out of 4 from those, but missed the one penalty going his way as well. As for the Welsh, it was Halem Amos who grabbed the try, and Reece Patchell converted that and grabbed a penalty goal as well. So, we are halfway through this bronze final playoff match. What have your thoughts been so far? About the All Blacks, about the Welsh? Very, very different, isn't it? Extremely different to what we've seen in the semi-finals from both these sides. Completely different. Terrible defence, says Cheese. Well, let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look what the stats tell us from halftime. Let's switch this all over and see who leads when it comes to the big stats. So let's shimmy on over there and let's have a look. So what do we got? Meters run. Josh Adams leads the way there. Ben Smith, most points with 10. He's doing a good job so far. Richie Mo'unga's got a couple of offloads. And Aaron Smith with the most carries across the gain line with 5. That's quite interesting. Possession, territory, pretty much Wales take control of that one. 61-39. You'd almost call that a bit of a surprise, considering the scoreline. That's how the stats read. Wales all over the territory. And pretty much 60-40 all over the possession as well from the first half. So Wales should be a bit annoyed that they've not really made anything from that. Both sides perfect from their set piece. 9 out of 9 altogether. 3 lineouts for the Welsh, 6 scrums. 7-2 for the All Blacks from lineouts and scrums. Meters carried though, look at this. This tells a big story. One team's running to attack. One team is rampaging. And that is the All Blacks, double the meters carried from the Welsh, which tells a big story considering the Welsh have made more runs. What does that tell you? That tells you that one team's defence is bruising. The others, not so good, as the All Blacks 33 carries over the game line. It's just 24 by the Welsh. And the Wales are just not up to their clinical best. I think they've played their big game. They've played their final. That was against South Africa last weekend. This one is probably a touch too far. All the changes as well. All that experience, not playing on the bench everywhere like that as you would. So that's proving to be a big, big difference for them as well. 13 defenders beaten. Only one try to tell from that. Won't be the pleasing thing for the Welsh, but 21 from the All Blacks and 4 tries. That is much more what they'd like to see. 8 clean breaks, 4 tries, 50% conversion rate from a clean break into a try. Fairly impressive, you've got to say, from the New Zealanders in that one. What other stats of note have we got here? As we go further down, kicking. Wales doing a lot of kicking. Both kicking 13 times, but that there, meters from kicks, tells you that Wales are kicking for territory, whereas the All Blacks are kicking to regain the ball. Big, big difference between two sides there. Kicks in the touch, yeah. They're going for territory. They're going for the sideline, Wales. They're looking to reset for a set piece. The other hand, the All Blacks are looking to regather the ball. They're looking to compete in the air, and they're looking to put pressure on the players at the back. So, big telling difference there between the two sides as well. All Blacks defence. Wow, look at that. That's quite a... That is a real situation. 87% success rate by the All Blacks. 72 by the Welsh. That's not going to be good enough if they keep that up throughout this 80 minutes of the game. Wales certainly not up to the task, as we can see from those stats. Leading players, however, what do we got? Let's show the key stats at the top. On attack, of course, Ben Smith. He's got the most points, most minutes, offloads, carry meters. We've seen Josh Adams is certainly up there with those. Beauden Barrett, Ben Smith, and Aaron Smith are the leaders, and Halem Amos is certainly doing a good job as well, keeping the Welsh moving forward. We're going to keep those guys in the game. The backs are leading the way. We didn't expect this to be a forwards game. We didn't expect this to be a box kickers game like the semi-finals were. There is a lot of kicking, but it is certainly an expansive game when the opportunity arises for these two sides. As you can tell by these stats here. Backline, backline, backline. They're all backlines until you get down to Ratulik, Moody, and Coleman, to be fair. He's only been on the field for, 16 minutes? And he has already got 27 metres on his side. So he's looking pretty good so far. Nice and early, keeping things running along. On attack, what do we got? Clean breaks. Ben Smith, Beauden Barrett, Josh Adams. They're the names that have dominated this game, and they are looking like the guys who are going to keep this game alive and well throughout the 80 minutes as well. Aaron Smith's having a good game, but I think we're going to see a guy like Brad Weber come on very, very, very quickly. They're not going to want to just keep these guys on. They want to keep scoring tries. They want to keep it fresh. They want to get the electric Brad Weber on that field as well if they can. Defenders beaten. I'd say it will be a similar sort of tally. Yeah, Ben Smith, Josh Adams, Richie Mo'unga doing well in open play as well. Dylan Lewis, the big prop. He's got a big, big workload on his table as well. This guy here, though, is his All Black career over? What do you guys reckon? Rieko Ioane. It's a bit of a, yeah. He's just not the player he was a year ago, is he? Rieko Ioane, to think that he wouldn't be in the All Blacks team a year ago, to say that to now, really, really bizarre. Really bizarre as well. On defence, who have been the shockers? A lot of players with 100% tackle success, but who are the shockers? Ken Owens. Oh, Ken Owens. He's only made 4 tackles, and he's missed 3 of them. That's shocking. Thomas Williams the same, 4 tackles, 3 missed. Oh, dearie me, that is shocking. What else we got? We've got 50-50 Owen Lane. Dylan Lewis is not making great work of it. Ryan Crotty's missed a couple there as well. Shannon Frizzell, hard work on defence. Look at these guys making big tackles here. Kieran Reid's made 10. Barrett's 11. Sam Kane making 12 tackles so far. That is a big, big workload. We see the most is from Davis with 8. And Nicky Smith with 7. Elman Jones 7 as well. But the defensive work of the All Blacks is holding tight at the moment. It is a pretty one-way traffic match in this opening half. 28 points to 0. The All Blacks over Wales. What's your thoughts been on the opening 40 minutes from these two sides? Welsh fans out there, what's going on? I mean, so close in this game, but a couple of just little lapses late on have really hurt them as they've struggled to put these chances away. Overall, though, they won't be too pleased at all with how this has gone, will the Welsh. 28 points to 10. Entertaining game. Halftime it is. Your thoughts on that side? If you've got comments to say, do let them go right now. So we can have a look at the thoughts of anyone out there watching the matchup. 28-10 is not the result the Welsh would have wanted, but this is what we've expected from the All Blacks, so that is for sure. They have been on top of this, controlling this game, and all over this matchup as well. They've got Conrad Smith on the sidelines, which is a bit of a bizarre one. Probably could still play as well. You're still playing away in France as well, so Conrad Smith, goodness me. What have you made of that, man? Sean's about. How you going, Sean? What have you made the first half, my timekeeper friend? What changes are we going to see? Ben Smith's got a towel or a necklace around his neck. He's looking to celebrate nice and early. Second half, who's going to come on? We want to see all this bench playing a lot. I want to see Brad Weber. I want to see Atu Moli and Angus Sarvell on the field. The rest I don't really care about. We know what Antonina Brown does. Don't bring him on. Leave Crotty out there. Leave Sonny Bill out there. Leave Ben Smith out there. Just leave those guys to do the job. Geordie Barrett we've seen throughout the tournament. I'm not worried about seeing Geordie at all. I just want to see these guys out there having their go. Take Bowden off. Take Richie off. They've played every minute just about of this whole tournament. So there is a lot to be viewed here for the All Blacks. Good for the game. What are you on about? Message was up. Message was gone. Have a second go, mate. Have a second go. The All Blacks are all over this game, though. 28 points to 10. That deserves a little bit of liquid. Joe Moody, of course, grabbing the opening try. And then it was followed up by Ben Smith. Hit send too early. Have another go. Have a second stab. What have you made of the match so far? Tell us, what bets have you put on? Were you expecting a lot of points here from the All Blacks? I'm sure you've got a lot of good Tips for anyone looking for a second half flutter, I'd imagine. As we were saying, tries in the first half. Moody, Bowden Barrett and Ben Smith picking up a couple. And of course, on the other side of things, Halem Amos doing it back the other way. Where is the smart... I was going to ask where the smart money is tomorrow. I thought you're the man expert. Come on. Smart money, I mean, now you've talked about it, let's have a look. Tomorrow's the big final, of course. England, South Africa. Tell us, good for the game. Head, heart. What are you going for? I know heart, obviously, he's going to say the Springboks. Is your head saying the same? That's the question. Where is the grand final? Rugby World Cup. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what the odds are for tomorrow night. Keep things interesting. Springboks are paying 255. He's got the All Blacks minus 18.5 and over 4.5 tries. Well, you've cleaned that one up. We've already got 5 tries in the match, so already in the money there. And All Blacks minus 18.5. Well, you're sitting right on the leveler on that one, aren't you? Second half, a few more tries will make you a bit of a happy man heading into the grand final tomorrow. Tomorrow night, where's some smart money? Let's see what the old TAB is offering us here. There's some really interesting ones here, actually. So there's some really interesting ones here. Any loose forward to score the first try of the match, $5. That's not a bad little possibility. I mean, will there be a try, though, is probably the other one. But here's one that's really probably going to spark the interest. First stoppage in play to be a line-out. That's highly likely. Any player to receive a yellow card. And under 37.5 total match points. That is pretty much hook, line, sinker, the grand final, I think. I don't think we're going to have many points. I think we're going to have a kicking dominated game and defensive dominated game. And surely someone is going to get pissed off enough to throw a punch or an arm or a headbutt or something. It's going to have that game right on the edge. And we know what Mr. Garcias is all about. He's all about the yellow card. It's a hat, but it's close enough. It's the best I've got. So the possibilities of that for 5 smackers is not bad. Andre Pollard's kick over 90%. Very possible as well. His heart says the box, but he's backed England at 9-2 before quarters. Wow. Wow. But he backed them to beat the All Blacks, and he reckons they'll win by double figures. That is interesting. Would you go in saying that there'll be more than a couple of tries? I want to see total tries, if I can find it. Because I don't think there's going to be many tries. If I can find the option here, is what I'm going to look for. To score a try, that's a player, total points. Because I don't think there's going to be many tries tomorrow night. I think there's going to be plenty more tries tonight. That is for sure. Points options, total points. We're not really getting a total tries, which is a bit of a shame. I do think you're looking pretty low. I wouldn't mind going under like under 30 for sure. Don't think we're going to get too many points flowing the way, but we are pretty much ready to go, I think, in the second half. Teams are making their way back out, and we're almost ready to go. So we'll switcheroony back to the second half of the game. As we get back underway, Bowden Barrett, the All Blacks kicking off. And underway we go. Second half, 28 points to 10. We are into the last 40 minutes of the All Blacks and the last 40 minutes of the Welsh. And so I guess what can you say? Bragging rights are on show for these two sides. So the Welsh have kicked it away as we get it back underway. Enrico Ioane is taking his first hit up of the second half. As the All Blacks kick, Richie Mo'unga goes stick down, straight in between Amos and back there. Well, it's Rex Patchell when Amos does clean it up in the end and kicks into open space. Finds Richie Mo'unga, who puts a slight little deft chip over the top. Again, spitting in between Josh Adams and Reece Patchell. Fullback and winger, he had that on a string. And you see none of those guys on the bench looking ready like they're warming up. 28-10, the All Blacks, they want to put this away. They want to put points on the board, a lot of points on the board, and just demolish this Welsh side. One bad game, that's all it took, and your World Cup is quickly over. There's a line-out turnover. Aaron Smith grabs it back, and Ben Smith running it from deep. Ben Smith charging through, and just hanging on there was Nicky Smith. All the Smiths are doing it high here at the moment as Kieran Reid charges forward, a pick and go from Shannon Frizzell. He's driven backwards. Smith, Moanga, flat ball, Sonny Bill Williams gets a Ryan Crotty try. Another one. 5th try, and good for the game is celebrating because they are up by over 18 now. Another try for the All Blacks. This one is Ryan Crotty's. Sonny Bill Williams gets the offload game going, and the points are flowing. That makes it 33 points to 10. Ben Smith, though, he is such an elusive, dominant player. And flat ball, very flat ball from Moanga, hits Sonny Bill perfectly, who offloads like he does so well to Ryan Crotty. And Crotty slips through 2, 3, 4 defenders and squirts his way in for his World Cup try time as well in the bronze final. Excellent charge up. The conversion. Where it is, Richie Moanga, his 5th conversion attempt. That is right, crush time, it says Xavier in the chat. Should be an easy one here for Moanga. Could make it 35 to 10. Lines up, cracks it hard, and straight between the uprights it goes. 35 points to 10 is indeed the score. And the All Blacks are cruising. This is a thumping. What a flat ball that was. So Sonny Bill hitting it at pace, took out 2 defenders. And Ryan Crotty is an elusive runner, very elusive. So many elusive players missed out on really big World Cup games. Ryan Crotty, Sonny Bill Williams, and of course Ben Smith. We have a change. We have a couple of changes for the Welsh here. Looks like Ken Owens is making his way off. As we get back underway. Elliot D coming on. Ken Owens is off. And Nicky Smith is off as well for Reece Carreri. Here is a standing start for Halem Amos. Oh, Aaron Smith's over him. Oh, Aaron Smith almost got a turnover. How about that? Alun Jones out on the right-hand side as it's Jonathan Davis who plays it to the 10-metre line as Scott Barrett and Alun Jones meet each other officially for the first time. Here's Elliot D. And Patchell. Great offload from Patchell. Finds Adam Baird as they make their way over halfway. Now they go to this near side as a little run here from Owen Watkins. Sets it up and Williams goes short and rumbling through again as Dylan Lewis as he's done all night long. Williams. Patchell looks to be down and hurt. Patchell is holding his ankle, which is a bit of a concern here as Wales come out wide and it's a chip over the top from Tiprick, who's rumbled through a couple of defenders. Bowden Barrett picks it up one-handed. It's nonchalant as you like. Finds Ben Smith. Away to Aaron Smith and a diving Thomas Williams takes him down. Oh, Frizzell squirts it out the back and finds Sam Kane. Having another go with it. The ball pops out and is picked up. Easily picked up there for Wales. And that is, I think, Reece Carey who's stolen that away. Oh! Big tackle there on Williams. As it's grubbed through, Ben Smith pivots at the back and he just wastes time back there. When he's in trouble, he is an expert of killing time and waiting for his support. Once again, he's done it inside the 22. He'll give Aaron Smith all the time in the world to set this box kick up. And it's a soft one. Rico ran for about 3 seconds and Sonny Bill has picked it up. And he turns and sets it outside the 22. Here is Ratzalek. He's had a strong game as well. Digging in. And Sealing it off again was Elliot D. Penalty to the All Blacks. Retallick's had a hard old World Cup. Just back from injury. He was the saviour. He was going to be the big impact player. Not to be. Reece Patchell's got a bit of a knock. It seems like your time is still going. But there's a bit of injury concern for a couple of players. Patchell and Retallick specifically. Patchell does look okay, so we'll see if he carries on. He got absolutely smashed from Sam Cane. He looks in a bit of pain as well, Patchell. Well, I thought he was grabbing his ankle, but it was actually his forearm. So there you go. Who knows the body? So Shingler's making his way on. We will stop time because Ross Moriarty is bloodily making his way off again. He is cut, he is bashed, he is bruised all over the body. As Gareth Davis comes on as well for Thomas Williams. So I thought it's been outstanding. Now we're going to see Dan Bigger come on for Reece Patchell. How ironic is that? As Patchell's done it all tournament long for a Bigger. Back underway we get as the All Blacks go off the line out, straight into midfield. Mo'unga takes it up and Aaron Smith delays the pass and gets it away to Reid. Retallick waits for it. He's back up. Look at him. He pivots on the foot to get the pass out of the base of the ruck. As Beauden Barrett almost slips with ball in hand. Aaron Smith feeds to Moody. And Joe Moody makes the advantage line again. Aaron Smith runs into a big problem in Alwyn Jones. Now Scott Barrett picks and goes himself. Aaron Smith taking on the biggest man he can find in Alwyn Jones. Here is Beauden Barrett looking to accelerate through a hold of Watkins. Can't get away. Now a short one from Aaron Smith to Moody, who gets his way into the 22. Mo'unga, short ball to Retallick, who charges straight into James Davis. And Justin Tipperick as well, both there. 20 out. Oh, Aaron Smith gets pummeled by a couple of his own players. Barrett, double round for Aaron Smith. Great ball! Sonny Bill Williams over the top to Rieko Ioane. It slips instead to Ben Smith. Hat trick! Oh, that's what you love to see. Ben Smith's got 3. And what a way to go out for the veteran of the All Blacks, Ben Smith, hat-trick. Will it be? That is the question as Wayne Barnes has stopped the clock. And we will fix our clock at the same time. As we are 47, almost 48 minutes in. I think this is a try. I didn't see anything here that can stop this being a try. Oh, I see. The pass from Sonny Bill through the hands of Rieko Ioane and then went to Ben Smith. Was that forward out of the hands of... Well, no, it wasn't. Definitely wasn't. Ben Smith was well behind him. Rieko should have let that go. It went through his hands. But Ben Smith... The guy's a freak. Give him a hat-trick already. Who cares? Screw your World Cup. Ben Smith's got a hat-trick. Oh, it's no try. Unbelievable. Ben. Oh, there's a slight deviation off the hands of Rieko Ioane, and it remains 35-10. Come on, Wayne. Give poor old Ben his hat-trick. We've got to get Ben the hat-trick now. Sonny Bill, it wasn't intended for Rieko at all. But Ben Smith is just a freak of a talent. How have we not used him more? How have we not used him more? Steps inside Owen Lane. He's so good, Ben Smith. He is so good. No try, it remains 35-10, and we get time back on. Let's just get into it. We're half a minute out, but whatever. Scrum will pack down. I'm sure this will collapse and we'll be able to catch back up. Wales have defeat. Gareth Davis will look to rely on his kicking game to get the Welsh out of trouble. And what a surprise. The scrum goes down. Who'd have thought that would have happened? Not me. Oh, no. So another scrum to pack. We're almost 50 in now. What can Wales cook up out of this? They have some options. Obviously, a bit of a very minor blindside, but of course they do have a very, very big open side, and they go open as well, and it's Watkin, who meets the shoulder of Sonny Bill. Get back to league, you thug. Now, Gareth Davis, he's going to box, and he does. That is a better kick. Really finding some yards, but straight down the throat of Bowden Barrett, who goes to the heavens, and Jinxon drives his way through the chasers. Sits up nicely, and Gareth Davis is hammered. He offloads, and Watkin is there in support, and then Barrett's back up. He's made another tackle. Barrett's all over this. There's a pick and go, a nice one too. And here we go. Ernest has got stat of the day in the chat, which we'll have a look at in just a second, as Halem Amos has kicked this away, and he's kicked it out in the full. Well, that's a bit of a downer for the Welsh fullback, the youngster. He's a big talent, but he's made an error there. Ernest, the Springboks have never lost against the Northern Hemisphere team in a knockout match. I'm going the Springboks. What a game. I don't know what sort of game we're going to see. It's going to be a cracker. Can't wait for that one tomorrow. The line out's overthrown, and flying through there, Dan Bigger claims the ball. Great dedication from the veteran fly half. Here's a run from Jonathan Davis. Gets a bit of forward momentum now. Gareth, you might as well call them by their first names. Dan Bigger floats it out wide, and they're going to run. Josh Adams getting away from Sonny Bill, runs out of room, and the ball goes into touch. Oh! Ben and Aaron have combined, and we're going back for the line out as Ben Smith delivered a flat ball to Aaron Smith, who got smacked in a big tackle. Josh Adams ain't happy. He kind of played his own team out of space there. Tipperick was there waiting for it. Watch Aaron Smith. Oh, bang. Oh, Aaron Smith just got drilled. So here come the All Blacks again. Richie Mo'unga, a first receiver off the lineout. And he gets forward again. Here is Ben Smith. So hard to put away. No room on the left side. The All Blacks decide to hold it back up. Is that Geordie Barrett on the field now, I think? Here's Sonny Bill Williams holding it like it's a tennis ball out there. As somehow Shannon Frizzell's come away with it. And it looks like a turnover here for Adam Baird. No, it's advantage to the All Blacks. Adam Baird with a look of shock on his face as he didn't get that ball on his side. And Ryan Crotty charges up as he keeps hitting that short side. Now they go to Retallick on the open. And it's one out rugby at the moment from the All Blacks. Tipperick. Oh, there's an arm in there slapping the ball out of Aaron Smith's hands. And he taps and he goes, here's Ben Smith pulling the fan away again. Aaron Smith's in support. The two Smiths. That's what it's all about. Fight out to no one by Kane, and really fight out to no one. Bowden Barrett can't handle it, and it's picked up from Shingler. And Elwyn Jones has got the pass, and he's got a Scott Barrett, another Barrett, with him as well. Now they look to open it up, but it's again Dylan Lewis, who's had all the carries in the game so far. Davis, is he going to box kick here? I think he does. He does very well. As it sits back for Rico. Run, Rico, run. Do nothing but. And he does. He spots a little hole. And he almost gets through it. Two half tackles, drags him down on halfway. Aaron Smith back to Bowden Barrett, who kind of banana kicks this attempt right into the arms of Gareth Davis, who finds Amos. And Amos changes his mind as runs back towards Gareth Davis as Reed just holds him enough. Now it's just sort of 10-metre line. Bigger gives to Baird. He didn't want it, and he gives in turn to Tipperick. No one really has much of an idea here. It's Dan Bigger straightens up as he tries to get away from Scott Barrett, but he finds support right on hand there of Reece Carey again. Now they look to the right, and they're running out of room and running out of options here, the Welsh, as they try to get towards the 10-metre line of their own half. Davis away to Dylan Lewis. Pick and go here. Amos. No, that is not. That instead there is Elliot D. Shingler. Having the one go. Bigger. Flat ball. Oh, and a good ball as well. Finding his support there and another good run. Just about for Davis. Flat ball. Bigger. Starting to run the show now. Stan Bigger. Taking the line on. He knows if he gets injured, he'll miss out on some club rugby, which probably won't worry him too much. Elman Jones out the back of the hand. His best Sonny Bill impression. Here's Jonathan Davis now. Tumbling away is Retallick. Ball squirts back for no one in particular. It's flicked out from Garrett Davis, who finds Bigger. And they're really out of trouble here. Wales is a great ball. Hannah Mamos finds it to Tipperick. Tipperick's got support. He holds on to it though. As Owen Watkin was dragged down, and eventually Watkin helps him out. Jonathan Davis goes short to James Davis. Here is a chance on the right for Lane. And when Lane gets to the 22, Wales with a chance now. Confidence back on their side. Big numbers out as well. Big tackle. Sonny Bill Williams has taken him to hospital. Josh Adams gets it away to Shingler, who slides straight through. One to beat. It's Richie Moanga. He can't do it. Shingler's 5 shorts. Not sure who was destroyed earlier, but we go on. Wales switch it away to the right-hand side. And a run from Tipperick. High tackle coming in from Scott Barrett. Not his first of the tournament. Now they swing wide. Jonathan Davis. James Davis. All the Davises combining. It's Smith. It's Davis. It's Barrett. It's Williams. It's all over the shop. It is all the same name, but we have a penalty to Wales. With 25 to play. End to end. Length to length. Entertaining rugby. Elliot D. Oh, got smashed from Sonny Bill Williams. And then Tipperick. Well, Tipperick's tackle wasn't high. I think it was Sonny Bill's that was actually high. More stats from Ernest in the chat here, though. Springboks have conceded the least amount of tries and have the best tackling average of any team, despite England playing a game less. They held Wales to their lowest average meters gain in the World Cup ever. Stats going on here. They haven't lost a scrum, and they only lost one single line out all World Cup against Wales. So Ernest wraps it up, his stat chat there, by saying if anyone thinks England will walk all over them, you haven't been paying attention. I agree. I don't think England will walk all over them. As Elman Jones is getting a round of applause, he makes his way to the sideline. Reserves coming on. And he has been an absolute icon, an absolute legend of Welsh rugby. If you think of Wales, one of the first names you think of should be Alan Wynne Jones. Front row changes as well for the All Blacks. Atu Moli and Angus Ta'avale coming on. And it looks like Ryan Crotty's making his way off as well, which is a bit of a shame. Leave Crotty on. Anton Lienert-Brown is coming on to take his place in midfield. But why wouldn't you leave poor old Crotts on there? Give him the rest of the game. He's been a legend. He should have played more. Ben Smith should have played more. Sonny Bill's off as well for Geordie Barrett. That's interesting. Is Geordie Barrett going to play midfield? Or is Rieko Ioane going to play midfield? Because all that talk about that youngest ever backline, Rieko Ioane in midfield, who knows? Sonny Bill makes his way off as well. An icon, another one of just sport in general. For a New Zealander, Sonny Bill Williams, a boxing champion, a league champion, a rugby champion. He's done it all, Sonny Bill. Brad Webber's on as well for Aaron Smith. So a whole host of changes now. Everyone is on. The bench is almost cleared. I think Wynne Jones and Hadley Parks for Wales are the only ones left. Matt Todd and Patrick Tuipulotu, the only ones for the All Blacks. Wales do have the ball, however. And they are setting up. Great chance here too. Let's get that time back going again. They're just short of the All Blacks line by about 10 metres or so. And they're looking to the forwards. Shingler pops it short. And Jake Ball is on the field. The big bearded wonder of Jake Ball. Here's Shingler having another stab. Waiting for it is a big run for Carey. Is he going to hold it? Is he going to go? No, he lets it. And Elliot D has to go instead. Now Carey will have his go. And he goes one off, straight off, pick and go from the front rower. Elliot D. Oh, it's a shocking pass. The ball squirts out. Elliot D picks it up. It's gone backwards though, says referee Barnes. As James Davis sits over the top of it. And Gareth Davis is leading his troops, keeping it in the forwards, trying to draw the All Blacks a bit more narrow, but there's a lot of fresh legs out there for both sides to close this one. We near the hour mark. Now's the runner. Dylan Lewis still on the field. He is. The man is a machine. He's having a storming game, is Dylan Lewis. Now they use the backs. No. They dummy to the backs, but it's Jake Ball that rumbles straight to Kieran Reid. Gareth Davis to this time it's Carey with another carry. Gareth Davis, quick ball. Josh Adams, I should say. James and Josh is all over the place. Josh Adams gets it within 3. Gareth Davis, away to Elliot D. 2 metres short for Wales. Gareth Davis wants it. I think they've got advantage. 16 phases deep. Dan Bigger, inside ball. Josh Adams just about gets away. Out there wide is Owen Lane. He wants the ball. Bigger offload. Watkin. Just a metre short. Oh, Gareth Davis dummies, but he's dropped down very quickly. Brad Weber with the ball and all tackle. As they just squirted around the breakdown. Another pick and go and a try. Wales have got the ball on the line. There's a pile of bodies. Take your pick. I don't know who's got it. The Red Army and the crowd are happy. It's Josh Adams. Don't tell me it's the little man doing the big man's job. It is. Josh Adams. What can't he do? 15 is up for Wales. Oh, Dan Bigger was got absolutely cut in half, but Josh Adams has been really heavily involved. How many times did he hit that up? How many times did Elliot D and Carey have big chances of that? But Josh Adams, so close. Tavao, well, you would actually argue that, who was that close to the line? It was a Welsh player. I think it's Justin Tipperick, who was actually blocking the All Black defender, but who cares? This is a bronze final. We just want tries. We just want entertainment. And another try is exactly what we want to see. Josh Adams dots it down. It's 32-35. 15. Kick to come as we hit the hour mark. And we will have our second conversion. This time it is Bigger. And he slots his first shot at goal. And the extra 2 is good. It is 35-17. Wales back on the board. First points of the second half. Josh Adams must be up there as one of the leading try scorers of the tournament, wouldn't he? He's had an outstanding World Cup. Electric player, very elusive. Shannon Frizzell making his way to the sideline. Matt Todd comes on. And we're back to the 2 number 7s. It's just not All Black rugby. It's Johnny Barrett takes the kickoff down of his own kick. Brilliant work as well. Now the All Blacks swing it wide. Matt Todd says that wasn't intended for me, but I'm taking it anyway. Scott Barrett's off as well. 2 Bluetooths on the field as Wayne Barnes gets in the way again. And now running is brilliant work. Richie Malanga and Rico Ioane combining well as Johnny Barrett's dropped the ball and knocked it on. Quick hands there. Jordy Barrett's trying to give it the old come off the foot ref, but he's not buying it. 61 gone. Here's the kickoff. We didn't even see it. Coverage didn't show it. Jordy Barrett flying high, taking it over Owen Lane, who went up for the easy catch, but a brilliant take from Jordy Barrett. And the mop. He's got so much extra hair there. Yako's coming in. The Springboks will take the World Cup tomorrow, he says. We'll see Yako. Hope to see you in the chat tomorrow. Yako. Final couple of changes here for the Welsh. Hadley Park's on for Owen Watkin. And I think Wyn Jones is still not on. Wyn Jones is still not on. So that means Dylan Lewis is still playing. Unbelievable. Scrum to pack. Wales to feed. Gareth Davis with the ball. Oh, and it goes straight down. 62 in. New props as well for both sides. Wow. Pretty much 2 new front rows, bar Dylan Lewis. Been a good match. Been an entertaining game. The All Blacks have shown their prowess, their ability to score tries. Wales have done the same. A couple of scorchers themselves. And they really are a team, I think, that is going to be, hopefully, a decent level for coming years. Of course, they did take it out, the Six Nations, earlier this season. The Grand Slam, their side. They looked like they were going to be a real threat this World Cup. But to be fair, one penalty was all that cost them going to the final. Gareth Davis feeds. And at the back is Justin Tibrick playing number 8. And they go out to midfield. And a big charging run as Gareth Davis is going to box kick this straight away. High one towards the touchline. It's going to be... Oh, he's got a foot on touch. Piper says that's out by Barrett. And fair enough too. Fair enough too. Ooh, millimetres in that. Wales get a little bit of a nudge here, but Wayne Barnes is going to have a look, is he? No, he's not. Geordie Barrett, you got to leave that. That was going to go out in the full without you getting involved, Geordie. That's that inexperience, I think, that he's just not up to that international level. Here's Dan Bigger going short and running in his own lane. Oh, dear me, they've just called him the lane train on the commentary. That is the worst thing I've ever heard. Brad Weber's ball is knocked down. He's picked it up, though. He's had a little go. And eventually the penalty comes the way of the All Blacks. Lane train. I don't think I've heard anything quite so poor in my life. Bigger went to lane and then straight into Sam Cane. Over the top when the bearded wonder of Liam Coltman. And a big kick from Richie Mo'unga. Finds it into Welsh territory though of the set piece lineouts. Just short of the Welsh 22. Pretty much the bench is on. The whole All Black bench is on. Wyn Jones is the only one from the Welsh bench still to come on. So Dylan Lewis is playing a real shift and a half at the moment. Brad Weber. What a year it's been for Brad Weber. He was a reject, unwanted by the All Blacks. Now here he is playing in the World Cup, 3rd place playoff. Not where he would have wanted to be playing, but he wouldn't have played in the final. You can probably guarantee that. Penalty All Blacks as well. One play out. Richie Mo'unga took the hit up. And not rolling away. It's a call from Wayne Barnes. And the All Blacks will look for the touch again. Mo'unga drills that. Didn't really look for the corner. Got a 10 or 15 metres out. And Hadley Parks not rolling away. Not releasing the ball either. Getting in the way. Hadley Parks, of course, formerly a New Zealand Super Rugby player. Played for the Blues, if I'm not mistaken, Hadley Parks. Pretty average as well. The ball's overthrown in the back of the line out, and flying through is Wales to claim that ball. Dan Bigger. Big double cutout pass. Getting it out there to Halem Amos again. He's a danger. As he charges into the line. Wales looking to work their way out. They go back to the forwards, and it's again Aaron Shingler. Dylan Lewis. The guy is there again. It's Dylan Lewis. He has been absolutely superb tonight. Matt Graham. Thanks for doing that big button, my friend. As the All Blacks attack out wide, Rieko Ioane takes on the attempted tackle from Jonathan Davis. Good to see when this thing actually works and gives me alerts and pop-ups going all over the show. So thanks a lot for that, big man Matt. Here's Paddy Tuapolotu charging through. Dylan Lewis, though, he's been playing for nearly 70 minutes and he's still got the guts to get involved And that a shocking pass from Sam Cane is picked up from Owen Lane, and he's wheelbarrowed away from Brodie Retallick. Here is run from Curry, getting a big piece of work here as they keep it alive, and running through is Amos again. He has been very elusive. Oh, penalty. Liam Coleman taking out Garrett Davis. And Dan Bigger wants a tap. He takes it as well. Bigger gives it away to a running Elliot D. Elliot D! Oh, straight over the top of Liam Coleman. Flat ball away to Josh Adams. Can't offload. Advantages here for the Welsh as they slowly but surely work their way into the All Blacks half. And that time it was Adam Baird who just about loses the ball but juggles well. Garrett Davis wide and just about slips through again. The ball's lost. And James Davis loses the ball in the tackle. And it's all go. Action-packed. Neither side giving an inch already in this one. Warren Gannon's having fun. Stephen Jones, another Welsh legend, getting heavily involved in this one for Wales. 67, almost 68 minutes gone. Pretty much 68 gone. Let's call it as it is. 35-17. Wales are leading the second half. The only points coming to a Josh Adams try, and they look opted on here to grab another one as they kick their way into the All Blacks 22, and they've got only about 12 metres here to the All Black line. D goes to the back. Oh, it's a set move to go back to the man running the gap in the middle, and they've over-butchered it and thrown it back to no one. Wales do regather though, and Tipperick gives it out to Jake Ball. Strong runner, big World Cup for him. Here is, this time, Parks, who's charging in the line. He's in a bit of different gear. He's bandaged up more than a mummy out there, Hadley Parks. Here's Davis giving it to Tipperick, and he slips it away to another run from Jake Ball. They keep it tight. Elliot D runs into three All Black defenders, and it's Brodie Retallick who leads the way. Davis digs it out, gets his shovel, gets his best mining, and it's out there to Shingler this time. 1 out plays. Now, Bigger getting away to Amos, who's tackled big. Oh, and a bit of a tussle. Ben Smith there running in to Lane. Here's a little grubber in behind. That's a good little play. And has that gone dead in goal or has that gone out? Jonathan Davis, a nice little grubber, but a little bit too deep, a little bit too hard. But a good chase there from the Welsh. Maybe could have used that option a bit better. They had numbers out there on the left. Just couldn't find a Bowden Barrett and Richie Moanga playing a bit of give the ball to someone else. And Kieran Reid's opted for a scrum. Well, Richie Moanga and Bowden Barrett were doing this stupid little 22-metre thing. And Kieran Reid's gone, no boys, we want the scrum. Dan Bigger's trying to fire his team up. We've got 10 minutes to play. We need 2 hands for that. 10 minutes to play. Ben Smith still waiting for that elusive hat trick. Only 10 minutes to go. Time is flying by as the All Blacks wrap up their World Cup campaign with what will be only described as a disappointing 3rd place. Wales, on the other hand, I think they should be pretty happy with 4th. I mean, they come into the Six Nations Grand Slam champions. The Northern Hemisphere hope has not come their way. They've done so well to get this far. It could have been almost an England-Wales final. Imagine that. But instead, the Springboks upset that party for the Northerners. Scrum packing down just inside their own 22. They sit it at the pocket. Now they've got to use it. Weber. Oh, they're in trouble. Weber fires it out. Gets it to Ioane. Trying to offload. Can't get it out of there. The whistle going, and it's a penalty back to the All Blacks. It's all a bit messy and shoddy here. Give it to Ben. Just let him run. Just give him the ball and say, go, Benny, go. What's going on here? Jordy Barrett is kicking for touch. Here's a disaster. He's given it a wallop. And he finds it to halfway as well. To halfway they go, the All Blacks. Coltman to throw. To the back. Retallick just manages to snaffle that, and it's a quick ball. It's a switch of play, and they bring it back to Weber, who puts in a kick in behind, and the chase is coming in here from Ben Smith. It's worked to do at the back here for Josh Adams, and he just gets away from Brad Weber and Ben Smith and sets it up just in the nick of time for Wales. 8 minutes to play. Jack Ball, another hit up. He has done it all game long since he's come on. He's been brilliant. They keep it short of the forwards. Carey trying to have a go. But now Gareth Davis has it at the back, and he says, we're not playing in our own 22 here, boys. We're going to kick this one away. Box kick comes in, as predicted. It has been the World Cup of the box kick. That has been for sure. Now, here are the Barretts. It's Geordie running straight at the defence. And Dan Bigger takes him down. The ball's in there somewhere. Wanting it. Eventually, no one. It's, again, dribbled out to nothing. Anton Brown runs into his own players. Rico can't help him. The ball was positioned back, and Brad Weber. Moanga out to Sam Cane. Another night of hard work from Sam Cane. Weber to Moanga. Quick hands. Very quick hands. Finds to Coleman. Coleman gets him behind. Offloads into no one. And Kieran Reid falls on it. Finds Moanga. The hot feed. The hot feed. Richie Moanga. A little chip on the top. Fun race. Coming in, but Owen Lane wins it. And he will be forced into his in goal. Carried back. 5 metre scrum All Blacks. Well, when he starts to dance, Richie Moanga, you know you're in trouble. Such quick hands from the All Blacks here. Coleman got it. He come back in field. Brad Weber was covering across, but this little chip, a little bit too wide. Owen Lane put his body on the line and carries it into his own and goal. Perfectly weighted kick. Oh, very well taken from Owen Lane. He was in a world of spot of bother. Just over 6 to play. We've got a bit of a stoppage here. We'll go back here. Get the time right. Which there it is. Just over 6 minutes to play. And the All Blacks in control. 35 points to 17. And the fans loving the All Blacks still. The support is brilliant. The Welsh fans are in full flow. The All Blacks fans are in full flow. Steve Hansen's not ultimately content with things. Ian Foster at his side. Future All Black coach. Take your pick. When will we know? When will we know? Right, scrum packs down. Finally, we're back underway. And it's a penalty to the All Blacks. Does he want to re-scrum here, Reid, or does he want to do something a bit more sophisticated? No, we're going back to the scrum. The All Blacks want to finish this off here. Weber drops it in and splat she goes. So they pack down another scrum. Wyn Jones is still not on, which I find a bit of a concern for poor old Dylan Lewis, who has played just a monumental performance out here tonight. 80-minute display from a prop, you don't see it. You just don't see it these days. Scrum again. Goes in, and Kieran Reid has it at the back. Oh, the All Black scrum gets advantage. Weber goes away to Moanga, who slides through the tackle. And Richie Moanga down the short side, scores a World Cup try. Well, that was too elusive. He's looked like getting involved more and more every single play as this game's worn on. But Richie Moanga grabs himself a bronze final try. It's another one. Mo'unga grabs it. But this is good work here. Garrett Davis putting huge pressure on Brad Weber. Somehow got that flap quick ball away. It's just the acceleration off the mark there from Richie Mo'unga. Just leaves Stan Biggett grasping at straws. And you got to feel Owen Lane there. He had to stay on Geordie Barrett. He had to keep on him. And that was Dan Biggett's man. But we know the acceleration that Richie Mo'unga has. And he has put that final play into action for him. 40 points is up. And Mo'unga to convert his own try. We've got a pile of tries here for the All Blacks. 5 scorers, 6 tries. And Mo'unga, 5 in from touch. Well, just a bit over. Just outside the 22, a conversion with 3 minutes to play. And he'll take this as seriously as ever. Mo'unga, 5 out of 5. Conversion so far, you can call that away. Put the mockers on him. It's 40 points to 17. The All Blacks dominating this bronze final playoff match. 40 to 17. It's all a bit somber. It's all a bit slow, to be fair now. The teams know that this was entertainment, was fun. Brodie Retallick's been named man of the match, which is an interesting one. As Brad Weber goes away to Richie Mo'unga off a messy kickoff, which Retallick couldn't quite claim. And here is Amos. What can he cook up? He's been brilliant for the Welsh. He finds Josh Adams, another one who has been outstanding throughout the tournament. A real star find for the Welsh this season. D sets it up. Here is, Tipperick getting driven backwards there. Carry it out as well with him. Now is Jonathan Davis. Holds it up, but Angus Tarval drags him down. And right on halfway, Wales, Garrett Davis goes short and they keep it tight as well before it is Jake Ball, the big man, who may lose this ball. Digging in there are the All Blacks. Ben Smith is not happy. He's not got his hat-trick, and I don't blame him as well. Couple of minutes to play. Garrett Davis. And Reid makes the tackle. Davis again. Goes short to Josh Adams, who ran at its pace. Got nowhere through there. And we got a big man sitting at scrum half. It's popped away finally for Wyn Jones. Finally, Wyn Jones is on. 2 minutes to play. And he got his game time. Davis again goes to Parks, who puts a beautiful little, and a high tackle. Beautiful little ball over the top, jumping into the tackle and pushing it over. It's going to be advantage Wales to the high tackle from Ben Smith. As now they look to play a bit more expansively. Elliot D, after a few passes through, penalty goes back after 12 phases for the Welsh. A minute to play. And it is Wales with a penalty to, I'd imagine, kick to the corner. Amos with another chance. Down that left, Ben Smith, though, wrapped him up. Would have been a yellow card if it was on pool play. Well, so much ends tonight for the All Blacks. 2 try scorer, Ben Smith. We won't see him again. Ryan Crotty, Sonny Bill Williams, Kieran Reid. Take your pick. But it will be Elliot D to throw. To the front, Adam Baird. Now bigger. Flat pass, Jonathan Davis didn't want that. It's set up nicely for Johnny Barrett, who puts the wheels down. He's got Bowden on his left. He doesn't give him the ball. He's sinking in and out, looking for Bowden Barrett. Gets the ball out the back. Anton in a Brown. He's losing his pants. Anton. Oh, Rico knocks it on. Rico Ioane. He's a nightmare. And full time is done. We are all over. That is it. Full time. The bronze playoff match has been won convincingly by the All Blacks. 40 points to 17. You can see it up there, and maybe there should have been another 5-pointer at the end there between the Barrett boys. But Rico Ioane cannot buy a trick at the moment. He needs a long off season, and he needs an outstanding Super Rugby season round. Now remember, Super Rugby, Bowden Barrett will be at the Blues, but he won't be at the Blues next season. So what a season it has been. What a World Cup it has been for the All Blacks and for Wales, who have certainly lifted the standard of their game. There's smiles around the All Black camp, but there's a lot of emotion as a lot of these players say goodbye. They're not playing for the big show. They're not playing for the ultimate prize. And the World Cup will be relinquished to either England or South Africa tomorrow night. Full time is up. Let's update this. There we go. Full time. Bang over there. Gladiators arrives. Better late than never, Gladiator. 40-17. You are dead right. That is the final score. And he's seen the sun. He's out of his basement. England to win the World Cup, he says. We'll see tomorrow night. Gladiator, hope to see you there for that one as well. Hope to see all you guys coming by tomorrow night as well. Should be an interesting little game. The World Cup obviously on the line. What sort of game plan are we going to see from those sides? What sort of story will that 80 minutes deliver us? Today, though, it was entertainment. Today, it was tries. Today, it was all for fun. Because third place really matters to no one. 40.17, the All Blacks were dominant. And they have scored a boatload of tries in their time. Misused punctuation, I should say. And it was about pronunciation. Thanks for coming by. I'm glad you enjoyed the commentary, as per always. And the Gladiators got an early pick. 27-22. Wow, you seeing that many points, Gladiator? Dear me, I don't think so. I think she's going to be a kicking duel. It's going to be another 18, 15, 22, 20, something like that. There's not going to be many points in it. It's going to be an entertainer. That is for sure. Hope to see you tomorrow night, Misused. You guys continue on your amazing little holiday. I'm well jealous about that. Gladiator, hope to see you tomorrow night as well. Let's wrap it up, though. Try time all over the place for the All Blacks. Tries to Moody, Barrett, 2 for Ben Smith, Ryan Crotty, and Richie Mo'unga. Mo'unga 5 out of 6 conversions and 0 out of 1 penalty goal attempts. As for the Welsh, who were trying to play an entertaining game, trying to play some fun rugby, couldn't quite get the job done. Halem Amos and Josh Adams picked up 1 try apiece. Petrel got 1 conversion, and Dan Bigger picked up the other. But unfortunately for the Welsh, third place is not their showing. They could have made the final. They were only 3 points short of that. But today, they were a long way short of the All Blacks. Elman Jones giving his thoughts on the game. I think they know their World Cup, certainly their best showing was in the semi-final. And they couldn't do it again for the big third bronze playoff war. So, Elman Jones being quizzed about his career. Will he continue? Will he not? And he does not give an answer. Reluctant. No surprise there at all. Well, it has been all entertainment here. First England or New Zealand? Gladiator, what are you on about? Kieran Reid getting a round of applause. Final time, Kieran. What's he got to say? Who's going to take this man's job? Captain of the All Blacks next season. Coach of the All Blacks next season. Number 8. It is all in the air. Super Rugby has never been more open to new players, new possibilities. The big stormers, the changes. A new coach obviously is going to have different ways of looking at the game, different ways of looking at players. I don't know who we're going to see. It's going to be a very interesting 2020. Kieran Reid, obviously, captain of the All Blacks for a long time. He's been there. He's done it all. He's won the World Cup twice. Tried to do it a third. Tried to get the hat trick. Not possible. He holds himself together, Kieran Reid. Gladiator. What's Gladiator on about here? First, England or South Africa. Second, England or South Africa. Third, New Zealand. Fourth, Wales. Yes. Gladiator's going to lead the haka. Well, you do it. Get out there. Gladiator tomorrow next season. Play Super Rugby. Play Mitre 10 Cup. Make 7 All Black legend. Steve Hansen. Last time we'll see him. Who's new coach? Ian Foster. Dave Rennie. Well, Hansen is the biggest plank of all planks, isn't he? He doesn't have much to say. He doesn't have words to say. I think he's done his time. No one wanted to be here. What's his legacy? What's the legacy of Steve Hansen? Joe Moody's going to be taking on the wingers jersey if he keeps that up. A lot of talk about his try. His 30-metre run is his 25-metre run. Steve's cracking. He's lost for words. He can't say words. The emotion is getting to him. Taking over. Steve Hansen's cracked. He's gone. He's lost it. He's cracked. He's cracked. The last time we'll see Hansen. And the tears are fully flowing. Plenty more to come, though, for a lot of these guys. But a lot of them say goodbye. Warren Gatland, of course, Chiefs coach in a few months' time. Lions coach in 2 years' time. Well, Wales have certainly grown a lot over the last few years. It's been a great time for Welsh rugby with Gatland in charge. It's been a great time for the Lions. It's been a great time, I think, of growth for the Northern Hemisphere sides. These New Zealand coaches are definitely developing the way that the Northern Hemisphere teams play. Cillian Haynes will become an Irish and Japanese and Jamaican legend by booing England. Goodness gracious me. All the legends are retiring. Yep, it's a new phase, Gladiator. It's a new breed. We've got to find new legends now. We've got to find new icons. Rory Best, yep, what a legend, what a player he's been. Third place for the All Blacks, actually 100% right. Dominantly, as you can see. 40 points to 17. A lot of tries over there. Not many tries over there. Gatland holds himself together as he departs Welsh rugby. And he goes back to the Chiefs. Bryn Gatland in the crowd wearing a Welsh shirt despite playing in New Zealand. Don't know how that works for him. Good little holiday for him. We'll be back for... Who will be back for the Highlanders next season? That'll be an interesting one as well for 2020. Jacob Stockdale and Tide Furlong, potentially. Especially Furlong, I think, could really be an Irish legend. Jacob Stockdale has been a stunner this World Cup as well. We've seen some new players come in. We've seen some really new stars. I mean, look at today. We've seen, over this World Cup, the emergence of a guy, a Welsh player, Josh Adams, who's been brilliant. Reece Patchell has stepped up a long way. I think Thomas Williams is a guy who's going to be in a long career for the Welsh as well. Whereas the All Blacks, I think this was a bit of a celebration of the guys who are leaving. Brodie Retallick, man of the match. He's going on holiday now. Ryan Crotty retiring, actually, yep, he's gone. Crotty's gone. Sonny Bill will be gone. Matt Todd's gone. Who else? Who else am I missing? Crotty, Ben Smith's gone. Kieran Reid, of course, is the other one. All gone. So a lot of players gone from the All Blacks setup, but that means a lot of big opportunity next season in Super Rugby to fill those black jerseys. So Brodie Retallick, towering timber, gets his Player of the Match award from a a youngster who hardly makes it halfway up his body. I don't know about that, Gladiator, not the whole team. If you look at the team that played that semi-final, only one player is out of that team, which is Kieran Reid. From that semi-final loss against England, only one player, Kieran Reid, is out of the team. The rest of that team will be here next season. So, what does that tell you? That the future has definitely been a focus for Steve Hansen in this Rugby World Cup. The old has gone out, but the new has tried to make his place, but certainly not to the level that these experienced players have done over the last few years. Kieran Reid struggling to keep himself together. Ronnie, the game's over. You can't watch it anywhere because it's all over. It's finished. It's full time, as you can see there. She's all done. Third place, still good. Says Ashley, yeah, I guess it's better than getting knocked out of the pool stage, England, of your own World Cup. So the All Blacks legacy does continue on. Sonny Bill, will he sign that $9.7 million contract? I mean, why wouldn't you? $9.7 million is ridiculous. As now we get plenty more coming on the field. Families and friends all making their way on. Good luck with that, Gladiator. Tell the All Blacks about a fake World Cup and have the real World Cup in secret so we don't get destroyed. Well, Wales are certainly on the rise, aren't they? I think they've had a really good World Cup, a really good 2019, but not enough to beat South Africa or not enough to beat New Zealand. Can England do that, though? That's the question. We find that out tomorrow night. I'll be here, same time, same place as today. So make sure to check that out. When it goes live for about 10-15 minutes before kickoff, we'll be here again. And we'll be going over the match, commentary, chat, discussion, oohs and ahs, and reactions, of course, from the 80 minutes of the Rugby World Cup Grand Final. And then we're done. We're done until Super Rugby starts again next time. Or maybe we'll get some Northern Hemisphere Rugby digging in there as well. But it's been a fantastic tournament. We still have one 80-minute performance. Still having your comments in the chat. Join us tomorrow, Ashley. You think England's going to win? Ireland versus Wales and Six Nations get destroyed by All Blacks Derby. Oh, you've got to love it. Poor old Ireland, eh? Forgotten side. Threatened so much. Promised a lot. But delivered so little in the end. But yeah, that has been done for today. 40 points to 17. Full time. Done and dusted. 6 tries to 2. The All Blacks take third spot. And well, they get bronze medals. Does anyone really care about a bronze medal? Is Sonny Bill Williams going to give this to a small child as well? We'll find out. I'm sure the media will be all over that one. But for me, I'm done and dusted. Thank you all for tuning in and watching. Hope you've enjoyed the commentary, the talk, the chat, and the discussion over the last couple of hours. I'll be back in tomorrow, like I say, for the grand final of the Rugby World Cup. England versus South Africa. Thank you everyone for coming by. Thanks for your chat in the comments as well. And we'll see you tomorrow night in about 22 hours time. Until then, thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rugby.